guys, welcome back to Channel Pause Window Cleaning, and this is episode number 2 of life as a window cleaner. No more 100K journey, but anyways, yeah, this is our life as a window cleaner episode 2. It's a little bit delayed this week. Last week was a very sad situation, and I mean, let's kind of get into it. But before I do, I kind of mentioned to you guys, I posted like 2 shorts last week. Talking to you guys about it, about the LA fire situation, and I just genuinely posted those videos to like let you guys know, update you guys, family, friends, just been asking, and even you guys too have been asking. So I genuinely wanted to make those shorts, not to try to get like any clicks, like for the wrong reasons. So those videos, I didn't put anything in the description, didn't work on anything. I literally just recorded, posted, and that was it. But yeah, I just but talking about the fires, it was very scary. Where we were at, it was very windy. If I'm not mistaken, it was like Tuesday afternoon. It started to get very windy. Then there was like a fire at Palisades, and then next thing you know, I started smelling a fire, and I was like, "Oh, that doesn't sound or smell good, right?" And like the winds were like just crazy. We had like a one of our neighbors had like a canopy type of thing, like a tent, and what was happening was that like when the winds were going, it was like kind of like bouncing, so I had to help them kind of tie things down because there was like a power line right on top of it, or like a line from the house to the power line. So we were kind of like, trying to be safe on that end. But yeah, we started smelling smoke, and come to find out that like Altadena, Pasadena also got on fire. Very sad situation. We're fortunately we were safe. We lost power here and there, but I mean overall, I'm going to be honest with you guys. I didn't feel like doing any videos. It was just a very not the best week. It was very depressing. I got sad a lot, and so I tried to, I don't want to like make videos just to make videos. I want them to be quality, and that's kind of why I made those 2 shorts. To give you guys kind of like an update. Unfortunately, some of our clients, they lost their homes, and I'll talk more about that later, but it's just, it's a very sad situation, and it's kind of like, no, let's kind of just talk about it, and I'll kind of talk more about it at the end. But last week, we ended up having like 3 jobs on Monday, the day before the fire. And how that ended up being is that we had 2 bids the previous week. We got them for Monday. So we did the morning job, and it was just a super simple cookie cutter, French windows, 2 stories, very simple. And what a nice little tip is that, I guess for you guys, is that this part of the house, like the south side of it, there was no way to clean the windows. So the only way to do it was I had to get like on a roof of a garage of like the neighbor that was south of the building. So actually was inside cleaning. And so what I did was I went all the way around the block, went to that neighbor, and I knocked on their door, and it was kind of awkward because it was kind of like, am I doing door-to-door sales or something like that? Mentally I'm always thinking about that. I always think of the other person. I knocked on the door, nothing happened, but I kind of like, wanted not to force it, but I kind of like really wanted to make sure that they answer the door, because I'm not going to go on someone's roof without asking, especially if it's not their property. So I rang the doorbell, knocked, waited like, a little bit, and then I did it again. I saw a lady come out. I said, "Hi, just have a quick question." And she's like, "Yes." I said, "Hi, yes, so you're back, garage. I need to get on the roof. It's not on the person's property that's like next door. Is it okay if I can, go on your roof? I know I can go from the ladder from the back, but I don't want to go on your roof without asking." She was like, no problem. I said, "All right, thank you. That was it. I didn't, I'm not here to do your windows or anything like that. But, I just wanted to kind of give that, how do I say it? Tell you that so that I can be able to use your roof if possible. And so that, it's not like awkward that someone's on our roof or whatever. You get what I'm saying, right?" So then from there, I went, and then I got on the roof, got on the ladder, got on the roof, super easy. And then those windows were like super easy to do. All in all, that was a really fun job, very easy. And yeah. And then during that job, I have a real estate client of ours, and he gave our contact to a person that wants to sell their home. So we were literally like 7 minutes away, and I messaged the person. I said, "Hey, we're going to do another job, but I can come give you a bid right now." She's like, "Let's do it." Okay, we showed up, super easy, cookie cutter, and she wanted just the outside done, but like there was like these, I don't know, 2, well technically 4, right, but it's 2 sliding glass doors with 2 windows each one. And we were kind of just like, hey, like we can include that in the price, this and that. So we gave her the price because she didn't want to do all the inside. So we just kind of gave her kind of like a deal thing, just to do those 4 windows with her. And she was just like, okay, well, when can you do it? And I said, well, when are you going to sell your house? Because, the realtor told us they were going to sell the house. And she was just like, oh, towards the end of the month. And I said, oh, okay, well, we're here, if you want. And I told her, like, we could do the windows right now before the next job. We will be in and out maybe like an hour. And she's just like, you know what, let's just go ahead and do it. And I was like, all right, great. So we ended up doing her windows and everything like that, and she was super happy about it. She did have hard water though. She was, when we were talking to her, I was like, do you have a sprinkler? I don't see any sprinklers hitting your windows. And she's like, no, but yes. And she was like that, kind of like thinking about it. Our kids have water guns and they would shoot water on the windows. And I was like, oh, well, there you go. If you don't clean it, then you're going to have spots left behind. And so she's like, oh, okay. So she understood. But that's another thing too. You want to make sure that when you talk to these individuals, you want to make sure that they understand that I could have just left and she would have just said, hey, you guys left some windows dirty behind. But I prevented that problem because you have to also think as the homeowner, right? If you see that there's going to be a problem, this is their first time doing their windows. I mean, I didn't say that earlier, but if it's their first time or not, they might expect a certain service. But when you cleaned it and the water's not coming off, and you mentioned that, peace of mind, and then that was it. We were able to do that job, easy peasy, and we were in and out like in an hour, hour and a half. So then from there, we went to do another job, and man, that job was... like, it was a cookie cutter. The definition of like a little bit bigger than a cookie cutter, but one thing made it really difficult, and that was the screens. So I don't know how it is in your area, but I'm starting to notice a new trend here in Pasadena that essentially what they'll do is like, I mean, it could be multiple factors, but what they'll do is have the window and screen that's, already good to go. You can pop the screen on and off easily. They already set that in. And then at some point they like install like an additional thing or whatever. It's like a little bar. So that bar, it looks good and whatever. And it's kind of like the frame for like, maybe they have shutters or something like that. But that bar, you can't remove the screen. And so I didn't factor that into the price, which is fine. The clients were really nice, and it was very easy to like kind of access. They did a lot of stuff to make it easy for us. They moved their dogs from one room to another, stuff like that. If you see the effort, not that I'm saying that if they didn't, but they really made their effort to make our job easier. So when it came to like removing the screens, it took us, like almost the same time. Take the same time to clean the windows that it was to remove the screens and put them back on, because I had to go inside. I actually was working on the inside. I had to, manually do it. And so it was just like one thing after another, but we're able to get through it. Super nice clients. And that was kind of that. And so they paid us and we're good to go. So we were able to do 3 jobs that day. Now, Tuesday was very interesting because we had plans to do some things around the city, and we have 2 cats. So we were kind of like, we see this like windstorm coming up, maybe we should just stay home. And so that Monday before, we ended up doing like some grocery shopping and stuff like that, just basic, nothing too crazy. And then that Tuesday, we ended up just staying home. We didn't have any work, but like I said, we wanted to run some errands and all that, but we ended up just staying home. And yep, that was probably the best decision because it was like super windy. In the morning was fine, but like in the afternoon started picking up, and it was just one thing after another. And I really feel for those that lost their homes, because it's a very difficult situation. Again, I'm not gonna go too much into it, but I'm just saying that it's like very bittersweet. And the reason why I'm saying that is because we were getting a lot of phone calls. Now, because of the fires, right? Not at that moment, but like later we were getting like, hey, like my returning clients, hey, can we go? And we kept telling them, hey, we're not doing any work right now because of the fires. We don't know what's in the air. So, we're going to postpone and all this other stuff. And so we, to this day, we still haven't worked since the fire. We kind of just shut our doors a little bit, and safety's first, and our clients totally understand. So we've been kind of like booking them and all this other stuff, and they've been so reasonable. Like, fortunately, all our clients that do want to have their windows cleaned, they are not close to anywhere close to a fire. So we're kind of like grateful on that end, and we're kind of like booking those first. But eventually, once the fires are kind of done, then we can start working on those areas. But man, it's very bittersweet because like yeah, it's great for business. Don't get me wrong. Yay, everyone's calling us, right? And that's another thing. We're not price gouging anyone. We kind of just told our clients, hey, this is the price that you had last year, unless it was like a sale or something. We're keeping it the same. We're not gonna go up in price. Yeah, like our insurance has gone up and all this other stuff, but like this is just the way I do it. I could be wrong. You could do it differently, but I see like an opportunity like of like all this work that's coming in for the like not the best of circumstances, right? Because people's houses are on fire. Maybe might have to work a little bit more to remove ash and all that other stuff, which the water fed pretty much does by itself. So I don't have anything to worry about on that end. But man, it's just been very like I've been very sad because I grew up in Pasadena. I grew up there, and I see like all these like houses that like even buildings that I've known for. Like there's a place like in Malibu I would go to, like a restaurant, like every once in a while, and that's not there anymore. And also too, like I didn't want to also do this video too because there was like a lot of misinformation out there. So kind of wanted to just like tell you guys like how it is like after some time, because at one point like even I believed that the Hollywood sign caught on fire. So like just at that moment, because everyone's just posting everything, it was all AI, and so the Hollywood sign is still there, so not burnt or anything. But yeah, the firefighters have been doing an amazing job to put down the fires and everything, and the air quality is really bad, really, 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 really bad. And they are saying pretty much it's like back to like, I think it was like when the Twin Towers, how all the fire was in the air, all those particles and everything. They say that it's very dangerous, so even though it looks good, everything, looks and, kind of quote unquote smells good, just always wear a mask. So my wife and I, it's all preference, right? And my wife and I, we ended up just wearing our masks and just kind of going out there and just, trying to be safe. Like I remember like that Tuesday, Wednesday, like it was already like we would just be in the house all day, and well, I guess maybe Wednesday, Thursday, and we were getting like a sore throat, and we weren't even going outside. So we ended up getting a purifier type of thing and keeping us safe. And man, that thing worked really good, and we're able to breathe, and we don't have like headaches and stuff like that. So it's very scary stuff because we didn't know what was happening. Now it looks like everything's becoming more contained and yeah, and I guess to kind of like just wrap it up with the fires, a couple of our clients lost their homes. And I think that's why I'm very sad. Again, I know this is a business, you need to work in order to pay bills and stuff like that. I understand, but being like my own business with my wife, it's like, difficult for me because it's like, those are places that I know this area and people are affected by it. And yeah, work is coming in great, but I'm not trying to, price gouge people, type of thing just because it's an opportunity. So we're just kind of focusing more on safety. And once the fires are done type of thing, then we can start, working on those houses that are closer to the fire. But if there's a fire happening, I'm not going to be cleaning windows, because even if I clean the windows, it doesn't make sense because it's going to get dirty again from the ash, and who knows what particles are in the air. So but yeah, that's kind of the video for life as a window cleaner. We're okay. Everything is okay. We kind of just put work on a hold because yeah, I can go work right now, but again, it's like, how do I say it? I don't know what's in the air. The things right now can be fine, but down the line in a few years, who knows, what kind of results will happen to us if we were outside. And we can wear a mask, but it's hard to wear a mask when, you're working and, type of thing, especially like during COVID, it was easy because, you have a mask on, right? And again, this is all my preference. I wear a mask, and then if I'm working outside and the client's inside, I just take off my mask, and it's the easy peasy, right? I just go and clean it up and everything. But now to be not COVID with stuff in the air, and I have to wear a mask outside, especially when right now it's cold, but like if it starts getting hot and all this other stuff, it's like, it's going to be I sweat very easily, so it's going to be like all wet, the mask and all that. So, but anyways, yeah, that's kind of the update, life as a window cleaner. Again, I'm like really sad with all our clients that have been affected. Now, some good news is that some of our clients that were in the area of the fire did have their houses survive. So like in that sense, I'm very happy. again, I'm not trying to focus on work. I want, if I can make that very clear in the video, right? I'm very happy that he has his house, even if he never hires me again, which he is. That's why I'm trying to, you get what I'm trying to say. He is going to hire me, but we already had this planned, actually, this one particular client, like a month or two ago. So it was kind of already planned. But the point I'm trying to say is that a few of our clients have had their Windows homes saved, and it just, you know, like I said, it's good for business, but you know, but yeah, you get what I'm saying. I'm gonna go around in circles this whole video, but most importantly, you know, I just want to say thank you guys so much for reaching out. I'm sorry if I haven't been able to reach out right away. It's just it's been a very difficult situation. Like I said, I've been sad a couple of times, and not depressed, but like a little, you know, just a little down, because it's, you know, just that's just the way things are right now, right? The fires are destroying houses, and people's homes are, you know, livelihood, I should say, are affecting the way they live, you know. So anyways, all in all, that's kind of our update of Life as a Window Cleaner episode 2. We were fortunate enough to have work, but again, on that Monday last week. But again, how was I supposed to know that the fires are going to come? So anyways, but if you guys made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and hit the notification bell, because I will start posting more content of Life as a Window Cleaner. Like I said, there's not going to be a lot of content, because we're kind of just preparing ourselves, and like kind of, and another thing too, I always said, save your money, because if you save your money, then from there you don't have to worry about, you know, situations like this, that we're okay missing out on work, not, you know what I mean, right? So that I had this already saved, that I wasn't going to work January and February type of thing. But at the same time, now there is work. We're still trying to be safe and cautious, and make sure that, you know, we don't want to clean the windows too, and then the next day it's dirty again. So we also keep our clients in mind when it comes to that. So anyways, that's kind of the video. Hopefully you guys like it. And like I said, if you guys haven't already, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys next week. All right, bye.